Check 1 2. 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 All right. So click that audio button. Once you hit that, it's green. Check, check, check. It's going through. Do what you used to. I don't want to change
And set to go in the 14U division between the Delta Force and the Pioneer Valley Bravehearts. The Pioneer Valley Bravehearts wearing the black jerseys, Delta in the white. Set to kick off from the 40 to get the first of 5 games today underway here at Brown Stadium in Providence, Rhode Island. The onside kick will roll all the way to the chalk. Flag for an illegal procedure on the kickoff, as Delta will take over. Ball will be placed at the 45-yard line. Wing T look and a early whistle. Against the defense, had 12 in the formation. They'll mark off 5 yards. It'll be a 1st and 5 from midfield. The same look of handoff to the back on the left. Never had it in his possession. Puts it on the turf and taking it to the house the other way. From the first play from scrimmage, the Bravehearts lead 6-0. And how about that? Start the game off with a pair of penalties and come up with a response like that. And an early timeout used by the Bravehearts. They'll talk things over ahead of the 2-point conversion. And after the timeout, 2 remain for Delta as the Bravehearts will take the snap. Thrown towards the right corner, going up for it, and unable to haul it in. Would have been tough to toe tap along the back line anyway. So it stays 6-0 here, 11 seconds into the first half. First kickoff went out of bounds. A attempt to put one into play here. He sent forward, hops at the 30, rolls towards the sideline once again, scooped up and hit immediately at the 24, but spinning the tackle, racing up the far sideline, and finally hauled down by the last man back at the 40. A touchdown saving tackle as Delta will start at the 42-yard line. Started their last drive at midfield after a kick out of bounds, followed by a 12 in the defensive formation penalty. Five at the line of scrimmage, sets of pressure. Standing up as the receiver in motion. Will take the jet sweep. Try to win the race to the sideline. Throws it downfield. Open man hauls it in at the 20 and hauled down at the 7. The early trick play sets up Delta in the red zone for the first time today. Spread look, one back to the right. Receiver from the left slot motions. Handoff goes to the back, cuts inside, fights towards the goal line, and they'll mark him down just short. It'll be 2nd and goal. But a penalty on the play will back up the offense. Cutting through the hole, fighting for it inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. Quarterback under center in the wing tee. Hands it to the motioning wing back who will fight towards the goal line and haul down inside the 1. Third and goal. Hands it to the fullback, plunges forward, touchdown, Delta. Tied at 6. 2-point attempt here. Pitch to the left, cuts inside. And stonewalled on the goal line. It'll stay 6-all. Delta will place on the left hash. Condensed towards their sideline. They'll send it towards the open side of the field and recovered by the hands team. Bravehearts will take over at midfield. Shotgun snap, handed off to the back. Good push up front from the offensive line. Hit 3 yards downfield and thrown down immediately. With 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap, handed off, breaks left, tries to fight forward as he pushes the pile past the 40, hauled down at the 39 and right at the chains. That will be enough. 1st down as the Bravehearts keep on moving. Drops back in the shotgun, lets it fly down the right side. One-on-one battle for it. It'll hit the turf. Knocked away at the last moment after the outside receiver nearly hauled it in. And an injured Delta defensive back will get checked on. .6:51 to go in the first quarter. 6-6 the score. He's 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Hand off to the back, breaks left. Breaking forward, knocked out all the way down to the 33-yard line, a gain of 7. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, breaks forward towards the 30-yard line. Going to be hauled down at the 31, a yard short. It'll bring up 3rd and 1 as we tick into the second half of the first quarter. Heavier package coming in for Delta as they run off the extra defensive back. Two receivers to right, one to the left, two on the right, bunched up as the snap handed to the running back, breaking forward. Tries to cut left, spins the tackle, cuts inside from the 20, never got back inside, but did find the first down and more into the red zone all the way to the 12-yard line. Be the first red zone trip for the Bravehearts. They are on the board on the back of a scoop and score on the first play from scrimmage. Four and a half minutes to go in the quarter. Two to the right, one to the left, and the hard count gets the defense. As that'll mark off 5 yards from the 18 down to the 13. Or correction, they're going to say the offense went first as it'll be a false start. All backed up to the 22-yard line and a potential conversation, but the call will stand. Tight end to the left as the snap to the quarterback, looking left. Finds the man crossing the middle, breaks to the right, finds some daylight, finds the end zone, and finds the lead. 12-6 in favor of the Bravehearts. They'll try to push the lead to 8 with 3:39 to go in the first quarter. Quarterback takes it himself, breaks right, and hit right short of the goal line. Did not get there. It'll stay 12-6. 3 touchdowns, but a combined 0 for 3 on 2-point conversions. Spotted midfield at the 40 for the kickoff. Pioneer Valley have tried one onside kick so far. They'll go at it again. The one hopper scooped up and knee taken at the 48. Well, Delta will take over, trailing by 6. Drops back, lets it fly downfield, overshot his man, able to get a hand on it to bat it down to himself and haul it in. An acrobatic grab all the way down to the 28-yard line. Delta trying to drive to tie or take the lead late in quarter number 1. Two receivers left, two to the right, the back to the left. High snap, handled, breaking through a hole on the left side. Sidesteps one, runs through another tackle, puts the football on the turf. A second fumble recovery of the game for the Bravehearts. The first taken to the house, the second denies a touchdown as they'll recover it on the 5. "95 yards from the end zone. The drive starts after a second forced turnover. The first directly led to 6. Quarterback under center. 3 wide receivers as the pitch comes to the back. He'll break towards the outside, crosses the 5, cuts back in, fights to the 10, bounces off his tackle and hauled down at the 15. Will be a 2nd and 2 coming up. Flush to the right. Eyes downfield. He'll take off. Crosses the 20. Cuts by at the 30 to the 40. Cross midfield. A foot race past the 40. Block thrown downfield by the receiver. No one going to catch him as galloping into the end zone goes the quarterback. It's 18-6. And big plays, explosive plays have been the difference. They scoop and score, and now an 80-plus yard touchdown scramble. They have a 2-point conversion, trying to make it 20-6. The offense will take a timeout to talk it over. Chance to push the lead to 14. Quarterback flanked on either side, takes the snap, breaks to the left, and lowers the shoulder. Did not get there, held up just short, and the drought of 2-point conversions continues. But the Bravehearts lead 18-6 with 1:19 to go in the first quarter. Onside kick will bounce past the 50, be hauled in, takes the knee at the 48. Two receivers split either way. It was 12 in the huddle, and now the flag comes. Bring up a 1st and 15. Two receivers either way, the back to the right of the quarterback. Drops back, sends it left, trying to haul it in with one hand. Only chance he had, but it'll fall to the turf. Approaching the final minute of the opening quarter. Fakes it to the motion receiver coming from the left slot, gives it to the back from the right. Breaks forward, makes up the 5, lost on the false start, and nearly picks up the first down after a 14-yard gain all the way past midfield, hauled down at the 44-yard line. Clock winding under 30 seconds. Go ahead of a 3rd and 1. And a false start, a punishing false start at that, is from 3rd and short to 3rd and 6 with 14 seconds to go in the quarter. Clock will wind all the way to the end of the quarter, headed to the second. It's 18-6 Bravehearts. Third and 6. Delta looking to pick it up and start to come back from a 12-point deficit. Bravehearts looking for a stop and to push the advantage further. Into the flats, cross the 45, cross the 40, hauled down at the 35. That'll pick up the first down. from the spread look. 2 in motion there as a false start. First and 15 at the 40. Left slot motions. Screen pass to the right, hauled in. Flag throw, that's going to be a hold on the receiver for the block along the perimeter as fighting forward down to the 30, a 10-yard gain, but coming back will be a first and 25. Takes the snap beyond midfield, has a man in the seam, hauls it in, cuts left, shed one, keeps on running, hauled down all the way at the 12-yard line. Two to the right, back that way as well. A pair of receivers step up on the left side. Left to right motion as the handoff to the back, breaks to the left, waiting for the push up front, never comes, and thrown to the turf. Second and 10. Hands off on the jet sweep. Lets it fly. Open man in the end zone. Hauled in. As Delta punches it in. The third different player to complete a pass today. Two-point conversion, trying to cut it to a 4-point game. Approach to the midway mark in the second quarter. Fakes the pitch right, hands it to the fullback, who punches his way in. 18-14 the score. So it's a kickoff once again. Placed on the hash mark. Kick to the wide side, got the hop, but hauled in by the hands team. Timeout taken by Delta. They'll talk things over with 5:47 to play. Flag flies as the back sweeps left, hauled down in the backfield, a sizable loss. Holding against the offense, they'll decline the penalty as the defense opted to let the loss on the play stand. We'll move to second down. Ball on the left hash, second about 15. The deep ball, bit underthrown. Receiver trying to come back for it, unable to. An incompletion stops the clock at 4.5 minutes to play. Be 3rd and 15. Bravehearts started fast, built an 18-6 lead. They've seen that cut to just 4 and on the verge of giving it back to Delta with the chance to take the lead. Drops back, looked right now, runs left, cross line of scrimmage. Past the 45, out towards the sticks. It'll be 4th and about 3 coming up. It's spotted at the 46-yard line. Fourth and 2. With 3:20 to go. Takes the snap. Downfield, knocked down. As it stands for Delta, gets the football back. And with 3 minutes on the clock, a chance to drive to end the half, perhaps put points on the board. In the shotgun, back right. 2 receivers on the open side of the field. Joined by the slot from the opposite. Crossing across the field, hauled in, across the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Taking towards 2 minutes to play, 18-14 the score. Delta breaks the huddle on the 38. In the spread look once again. Back to the right. Half step behind the quarterback. High snap handled. Screen pass gets home. Fooled the line. Open up space to cut to the left. Ducks inside. Ducks back outside. Fighting his way inside the 5 and hauled down, thrown down at the 3. .88 seconds to go, 18-4 the score. First half here in the 15U championship. Break the huddle with the ball on the left hash mark. Wing T look. Hands it to the wingback left, and he'll trot into the end zone. And Delta lead for the first time today. Two-point conversion, try to push to a 4-point game with a minute 10 to go in the first half. Breaking left and untouched into the end zone. (22-18). Delta lead approaching the halftime break. Set for the kickoff with a minute 9 to go. Delta back ahead, 22-18. They've scored the last 2 touchdowns. They found the 2-point conversion both times as well. So up to the Bravehearts system, a 16-0 run. Booted downfield, hauled in near the 20. Clock will start to wind as breaking forward, across the 30, hauled down at the 37. We'll see if the Bravehearts have anything to play with in the final 59 seconds. Back to the right, handoff goes that way. Breaks to the left, past the 40. Trying to turn the corner, has the first down and more, races out of bounds near midfield. They'll mark him right at the 50, a first down with 49 seconds to play. We'll respot it at the 49 in the Bravehearts side of the field. Patient run, breaks right. Linebacker came in to drop him for a loss of 1. There's an injured Delta defender with 28 seconds to play. And they'll break the huddle. Clock will run on the signal, or clock should run on the signal. Remains frozen at 28 seconds. 2nd and 11. As the offense catches a bit of a break with the free timeout, looking to capitalize immediately. Deep shot hauled in inside the 20 and taken down at the 12-yard line. Timeout taken with 19 to play in the half. One timeout remains for the offense with 19 seconds to go. The Bravehearts trying to reestablish the lead. Shotgun snap, pressure comes, climbs the pocket, escapes left. Darts towards the end zone, hauled down at the 1. Final charge timeout with 10 seconds to play. If you're the Bravehearts, it's either 1 run or likely 2 passes. Break the huddle. Head back to the line of scrimmage. Lined up under center. Breaks left. And the defense got there. That'll do it for the first half as the Bravehearts stopped by a defensive stand and the clock expiring. We head to the half, 22-18 Delta. Set to start the second half as Delta will kick off to the Bravehearts. Bravehearts trailing by 4. Hauled in, running up the near sideline and taking the onside attempt to the house. Back out in front on the first play from the break. Bravehearts lead 24-22. First play from scrimmage in the first half, a scoop and score. The first play of the second half, a kick return touchdown. Special teams coming into play. Looking to punch it in on the 2-point conversion. Same look as the previous attempt. We'll try to punch it in. No, he'll throw this time. And it'll hit the turf, so stays 24-22. Early in quarter number 3. Bravehearts set to kick off with the newly established lead. Put on the turf, was deflected, rolls towards the 25, scooped up. Running forward and hauled down. Handoff swiping left, diving forward, a short gain. Bring up third down. Third and about 4. Given to the back, cuts left, sidesteps the tackle, picks up the first down, crosses midfield, hauled down at the 48. Wing T look. Pitch to the right. Ran into his own lineman. Another one almost shook free and then hauled down by the jersey. That'll be a loss of 1. Second and 11, shotgun handled. Quarterback keeps to the right, breaks free, crosses the 40 and wrestled down at the 34. Correction, at the 29 with 7:40 to play in quarter number 3. Hands off to the back, cuts left, cut back inside. That'll be a gain of about 5. Hands off, breaking forward, and fighting ahead inside the red zone, hauled down at the 16. That'll be a first down. Ball put on the turf, quickly recovered. With 2nd and 11. 5 minutes to play in the quarter. Can still pick up the first down about the 9-yard line. Wing T look once again. Kept by the quarterback, pushed forward, and marked down at the 16. With 3rd and 7. In the shotgun, spread look, back to the right. Slot motions kept by the quarterback, thrown towards the right on the screen. He'll pick up a block on the perimeter, keeps on fighting, turns and scores. Delta lead 28-24. Two-point attempt. Pitch back, trying to fight forward, falling forward, and just short. (28-24) the score, 3:35 to go in quarter number 3. Onside attempt, handled and falls to the turf. Risky play coming up to receive it in front of the 50. Be marked down 49-yard line. In the shotgun, 4 receivers in the pattern. Quarterback dancing around the pocket, tries to climb it all down for a loss of 5 on the sack. Hands off to the back, evades the defenders in the backfield, races back towards the line of scrimmage, but not much more as he fights forward and wrestled out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Takes the shotgun snap, screen pass into traffic. Sniffed out by the defense and wrestled down to bring up a 4th and 13. With a minute and change to go in quarter number 3. Decision time near midfield. Single high safety defensively. 4 receivers, bunched in, 2 on each side. Fakes the screen, throws it downfield. Open man inside the 40. Room to run up the sideline past the 20. And no one gonna catch him. Nearly cut off at the 10, but taking it to the house. 30-28, Bravehearts back out in front. Score comes with 26 seconds remaining. Shotgun snap over the middle, hauled in. Bravehearts convert the 2-point conversion for the first time today. Ball's in at midfield as Delta will take over. Chance for one final play here in the third quarter. 32-28 the score. Timeout used by the Bravehearts, only a 10 on the field. They'll talk it over. Wing look here. Fakes the pitch backwards, hands it off, breaking left, pushing forward for a gain of 2. And that will do it for the third quarter. Headed to the fourth. 32-28 in favor of the Bravehearts. Snap handled. Handed to the receiver behind, breaking forward towards the marker and a yard short at the 41. $11:15 to go. And Handoff up the middle, taken for a gain of 5. Whistle comes in at the 35-yard line. It'll be a first down for Delta, continuing to try to march, coming back down 4 here in the 4th. Trailed by as much as 12. Took the lead early in the 3rd. Handoff up the middle, breaks forward towards the 20. A 15-yard scamper on first down. It'll take under 10 minutes to play in the 15U championship. First of 5 games today after 6 yesterday. The New England Youth Tackle Football League Championships. Wing T look. Hand off to the back. He'll race forward. Driving the legs towards the 5. He'll be hauled down at the 6. Enough for a new set of downs. First and goal. The clock continues to wind. Looking to punch it in. Back to the wing T. That Bravehearts defense still spread out as it's pitched to the right side, cut inside, and spinning home. Touchdown, Delta. They lead 34-32 with 8.5 minutes to play. Trying to pick up the 2-point conversion, push the lead to 4. Up the middle, and the fullback stuffed on the 1. So kickoff coming up. It'll be the opportunity for the Bravehearts to answer. Roll forward, claimed it at the 30. Trying to work his way back to the far sideline, doing so. Turning past the 40. Racing past midfield, hauled down at the 47 in plus territory. A good return set up the Bravehearts offense, who've been productive all day. With 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Ground control here, chance to burn some clock and try to punch it in the closing moments. Don't give Delta enough time to stage a drive to respond. Shotgun snap, handed off, breaks to the left, bounces it outside, and it'll race out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Pickup of 5, bring up 2nd and 5 as the clock winds inside of 8 minutes to play. Come to the line, and the timeout immediately used by the defense. They'll talk things over ahead of a 2nd and 5, 2-point game with 7:37 to play. Two receivers on the open side to the right as the handoff not given, kept by the quarterback, breaks left across the 40, keeps the legs churning down the sideline, tiptoes ahead and out at the 28. The Bravehearts continuing to march forward. Been productive on the ground in the second half. It's the clock down to 7:15 and counting. Next snap doesn't have to come until around the 6.5-minute mark. Following this one, the 9U matchup between the Rhode Island Tar Heels and the Worcester Cowboys. At 1 o'clock, 11U, Rhode Island Tar Heels against the Lions. 3 p.m., Worcester against New England, and that same matchup at the 14U division to close out the day, starting at 5. Over to the left side, breaking forward, going to pick up a yard before he runs into a wall. It'll be 2nd and 9.5 coming up. Midway mark, 4th quarter. Not much to separate these two. Takes the snap of the shotgun, cuts left, and nowhere to run. A loss of 1 on the play. So a promising drive starting to stall out with just over 5 minutes to play. We have 3rd and 12. Delta trying to get the football back and seal this one. Well spotted on the 32, 4 down territory this late in the game. Drops back, lets it fly downfield and hauled in. Touchdown, Bravehearts. They lead by 4, 38-34 with 4:37 to go in the fourth. A 2-point conversion. Or correction, they're going to say he stepped out at the 4-yard line. So they'll take the touchdown off the. Correction, will be a touchdown. The 2-point conversion attempt picked up. The pass over the middle connects, 40-34. Set to kick off 40-34 with 4:09 to go. Back and forth battle as the Bravehearts ahead. Puts toe to leather on the onside kick attempt, recovered, fall into the turf at his own 48-yard line. So Delta needing to go 60 yards to tie with a chance to take the lead. They have 4:07 to do it. In the shotgun, a spread look. Back set to the right. 2 receivers either way. Boundary side slot motions. Screen pass towards the open side, hauled in. Cuts to the right, finds some daylight. Keeps the legs charting, driving forward, dragging defenders inside the red zone, thrown down at the 16-yard line. And Delta moving the football here as they attempt to claw their way back out in front. First and 10 with 3:40 to go. And now it might be Delta who needs to slow down a bit. Should they score and not convert the 2-point conversion, an overtime format would be each team getting a chance on the 10-yard line, alternating possessions till a winner's declared. Similar to college football, the difference being the 10 instead of the 25, and not alternating who leads off each overtime. If you go first in first overtime, you'll go first in second, third, and so on. Three minutes to go. A patient Delta Force offense. Pitches it to the right, trying to bounce it outside, but thrown down in the backfield. A loss of 6. 2:40 to go, and this may be it for Delta. 2nd and 16, that clock winds, pushing all the chips to the middle of the table on this drive. Late substitution for the defense does get in time and get off in time to get back down to 11 as the clock hits 2 minutes. Snap to the quarterback, kept to the left, lowers the shoulder, met in the hole, and dropped for a gain of just 1. That'll bring up 3rd and 15. With 1:45 and counting on the clock. Two chances remain as Delta looking to find a way in. Look towards the right side boundary. Number 8's been their leading receiver all day. Shotgun snap, screen pass here, sniffed out, but won't matter. Catching, turning, cuts back inside and hauled down right around the 6-yard line. That'll be a first down with 1:05 to go. The offense will use a timeout here to talk things over. Defensive lineman read the play, but a fantastic grab by the running back, able to catch it and get free. And they will spot it actually a yard short. It'll be 4th down. Initially, looked like the chains were going to move. Now 4th and short. And the hard count gets the jump. That'll be a first down. Now, normally you don't want a hard count near the goal line. The gain not that big. It'll be half the distance. This will bring it to the 3. But on a 4th down where that picks up the first, certainly pays off. One minute, 5 seconds to go. Handoff up the middle. Fighting forward and in. All tied at 40 with 59 seconds to go. The extra point pending, a chance for Delta to go out in front. Ball spotted in the middle of the field. From the wing tee, on the left side motion, handed to the fullback. Punched it in to tie the game, trying to get the push, and he won't. The defense able to step up and make a stand to keep it level with 59 to play. And now the Bravehearts want a chance to take the lead. We've already seen them house a kickoff. Potentially overtime bound here in the first of 5 today. Booted downfield, hauled in at the 24, put onto the turf. Bobbled a second time, now recovered, dives on top of it at the 25. Able to evade near disaster as the Bravehearts will need to go 75 yards in 54 seconds, if not overtime. Shotgun snap, drops back, pressure comes. Force left, cuts back right, tries to find some daylight. He'll run forward, hauled down just past the 30 after a 6-yard gain with 40 seconds to play. The clock's still winding. Gets back on the football, 30 to play. Drops back, switches direction, pursuit in the backfield, sends it downfield, had a man open, hauled in, trying to fight out a bounce, unable to as he crosses the 50 with 14 seconds to go. That clock's still winding down to 10, and now the whistle to stop it comes in. Timeout used by the offense at midfield. Ten seconds play, first of 5 games here at Brown Stadium today. Shotgun snap, drops back, forced to climb the pocket. He'll take off. Cross the 45 to the 40, trying to win the race to the sideline, was hit and bounce, and they will stop the clock. No, the horn sounds. Headed to overtime, 40 to 40. And correction, they're going to put time back on the clock. Ball spotted inside the 40 at the 39. One play remains as 2 seconds added. in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back, lets it fly, doesn't have the distance, taken away, and a chance to try to run it back. Cuts outside to the 40, looking to stay in bounds, and does along the sideline. He could go the distance, he will. The Hail Mary turned away and taken to the house. Delta walks it off, 46-40 on the final play of the game.